guys, Marshall with Marshall Law Morphs bringing you again another video. I hope that you are all doing well with the lockdown, quarantine, whatever applies to your situation. Here for us in North Dakota, it's not mandated that people quarantine. We are being asked to stay at home when you don't need to, social distancing, all that good stuff. So yeah, it's pretty weird, crazy times, but I hope that you guys are doing well. Today's video it kind of spawned from my sheer curiosity, and it comes down to I wanted to see the difference between the Freedom Breeder Cocoblox and ReptiChip. I've got myself the Freedom Breeder Cocoblox shaker. And that's kind of what spurred this whole thing, is because I wanted to see if I got both products and I cleaned them over the shaker, what sort of a difference there was going to be. So it's just something, it was a burning question in my mind. I really wanted to see head to head what the differences are going to be. So without further ado, I started out with the ReptiChip. We'll get right to that video. Here we go. The first part of my little test is going to be using the ReptiChip block. The purpose of my video is not to say one brand is better than the other. I personally feel no matter what brand, what product you're using, the coconut husk substrate is going to be your best option for ball pythons. We all know it's absorbent, it's resistant to mold and mildew. You can get them in these compressed blocks so you get more bang for your buck. The coconut husk is just an all-around great product. The purpose for my video is out of my own sheer curiosity. I wanted to know, now that I have the Freedom Breeder Cocoblox shaker, I really wanted to see, I was curious to see what's going to come off when I break up a ReptiChip block, and what's going to come off when I break apart a Freedom Breeder block. My suspicion, my hunch, is that there's going to be more finer dust and particles coming off of the Freedom Breeder block, because theirs it's a little looser, compressed, if that's a term. You can actually take a Freedom Breeder Cocoblox and you can tear that apart while it's still dry. The last time I used ReptiChip, I don't think you can do that. So, like I said, it's not to say one brand is better than the other. This is only for my own sheer curiosity. So, to start out this little test, we're going to start out with the ReptiChip block, and I should probably pull the tag out of there. Now, from what I've been told, best way to go about getting your ReptiChip block broken apart, cut open the top, give her a nice little bath right there in the plastic. Hopefully I don't have any holes in the plastic. But so we'll give her a nice little dousing and let that settle, and I guess for now we'll just wait. Alright, so here we go. We've got our ReptiChip block all wet down, I guess. And so the moment we've all been waiting for. We'll take and get this broke up over the shaker here. And I suppose this would be a good time to fast forward. Alright, so there we go. We've gotten the ReptiChip block all sifted out or over the shaker. It is going to take a few more as you as you use the product, you continually kind of clean off the product as you're using it. Right off the bat, the biggest difference that I can see, I'm going to go ahead and grab, this is some of the Cocoblox that I've been using in this tub here, and right off the bat, let's see, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the camera here. Right off the bat, the biggest difference that I see is, like Jesse kind of always talks about in his video about the Cocoblox, at least, there's a difference in the size of the chip. I don't know, you can tell right here there's bigger chunks compared to the ReptiChip is just a little smaller chip. Basically, that's the difference that I noticed right off the bat. Now, after running it over the shaker, so this, I probably should have showed the this cleaning tub prior to, so you could see that it was empty. So there's a good amount of byproduct that comes off. But the nice thing about this, whether you're using Cocoblox or ReptiChip, the nice thing about this is, you know, if you have other reptiles, some lizards, amphibians, geckos, things of that, this makes a really great bedding for those. It's just a finer product, really. So there we go. And as I said, as I use this, you know, I will get a little more product that'll be in the tub. But yeah, so far we got stage 1 of this little test. Like I said, ReptiChip, brand new block broken over the shaker. And in this one that I've already been using, this is the Cocoblox product. So I guess with that, we'll stop this right here. I'm gonna have to use up all this product before I can move on to the second phase with a Cocoblox. Alright, so like I said before, second phase of the test is the Freedom Breeder Cocoblox. I've already gone through, sifted out the ReptiChip, obviously you saw, went through and used that product, and so second part, of course, is now we got to get to the Cocoblox. So I'd stated before, one of the main differences that I had noticed is that your Freedom Breeder Cocoblox is loosely packed, I guess. So right out of the bag, there's no real need to wet it down first of all, because you can open up your bag and you can immediately begin to start breaking it apart just like this. So I'm not going to torture you and having to sit there and watch me break this all down like before. So why don't we cue that fast forward. Alright, so there we have it, and got that broken down. I guess I could say initially, one difference I know from breaking down the ReptiChip and the Cocoblox, like I said, I didn't need to wet it down at first. I just broke it down and then wetted it down as I went along with the cleaning process. It's a little quicker process doing it with the ReptiChip because it's already wet. So either or, you could start by wetting down either one product. It really, it's a horse apiece on that. So of course, the part that we really want to get to, or I wanted to get to, is to see what, once you've cleaned your product, this is what has shaken off into the tub. So you have a little bit of chip, a little bit of, I guess, particle, dirt, dust, whatever you want to describe it as. I will say for the ReptiChip, because it is a smaller chip, that you do have more chips that fall through the screen into this tub. So you almost get, with the ReptiChip, you almost get a even smaller size of bedding. So that is one difference I see right in there. But again, this stuff here, as I mentioned before, can double. It makes great bedding for other types of lizards, amphibians, tarantulas. I forgot to mention before, that would be another great use for this as well. So if you've got other animals, you can double up on your block. And as I'd stated before, biggest difference is in those chip sizes. The Freedom Breeder is a much chunkier, as Jesse says, much chunkier product. I'll just, without stopping the video here, I'm gonna get a handful. I'm gonna just set it down right over here on there. We'll go into a tub that I cleaned out earlier. This little saltine guy, or albino, he was on ReptiChip. So we'll do a little side-by-side comparison. You know, so you don't have a whole lot different, except there's more of the smaller pieces in ReptiChip, more of the larger pieces in the Cocoblox. So there's going to be your main difference. But as I said before, you know, I just wanted to do this little test for my own benefit, and I thought I'd bring you guys along to see it for yourselves, because from time to time people do ask, you know, which I prefer. Which my answer is going to be, what do I prefer? I prefer coconut bedding. But like I said, I will still continue to use the Cocoblox from Freedom Breeder, because that's just who I've chosen to go through. But for you, your circumstances might be different. You may want a better product that comes off of a shaker or something. You know, you may not. So it's all up to you. This video is more for you to have a look, side-by-side comparison, and make up your own mind in the end. So with that, I think we're going to end this little test. I hope this helps somebody out there. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe, ding that little notification bell, and we'll see you real soon.